Got 5 appointments today. I'll run through them pretty quick. So first 2 was this morning for my client in Pennsylvania. First one was a 350 user, 11 location grocery store. IT director, meeting with them in a couple of weeks. The other one was with the local municipality, meeting with them next week. I got an appointment for my IT client in southern Utah. It's with a local nonprofit, 25 users. Had some active pain with their current company, meeting with them next week. Got another one for my IT client in Florida. It's with a local construction company, 16 users currently shopping for IT. We're going to meet with them next week as well. And then the last one was for my IT client in New Jersey, the local law firm, currently outsourced, 22 users. Pretty happy but interested in meeting with us, so we're going to meet with them in the first week of April.
I got one this afternoon, third one on the day for my IT client in Minnesota. It's with a nonprofit, something my client really likes working with, has experience in that field. They got about 50 to 75 users. It kind of fluctuates throughout the year. They're operating out of the cloud. Talked to the IT manager several times, so the past month haven't been able to catch them at the right time, but finally got them today. We got a Teams call set up for next Tuesday, working with an MSP for additional support. Not super thrilled with them. Looking forward to seeing what we can do for them, so it should be a good conversation.
Yeah, so got a great appointment for my client out in Boston today. It was a nonprofit of about 49 users. Spoke to the chief of staff. Coming up for renewal in under 6 months. Just kind of want to see what we have to offer in terms of nonprofit pricing, nonprofits we're currently working with, as well as some of our grant capabilities through the city and state for hardware for their organization. So it should be a good meeting set up for 2 weeks from now.
I got an appointment for my Albany IT client this afternoon. I'm super excited about it. I talked to this guy a month ago when he was on vacation. It was like kind of a push-off conversation. I got him back on the line. He was way more open this time. Asked about services that we provide, asked about co-managed services. He said that he wants to compare pricing to what he has with his current MSP, as well as look into pricing for annual pen testing, because they're going to have to start doing that for compliance. They have 200 users, multiple locations, and a couple of servers on-prem, so super excited about that one.
Got a pretty good one today for my IT client out in Freeport. Ended up speaking with the owner of a CPA. Said I caught him at a pretty good time. They are currently reviewing and taking bids for IT right now. They've been with the company a long time but aren't too happy with the support, so we're going to be meeting them in a few weeks, and it's a really good opportunity.
Great morning. Spoke to a super happy client who wants to expand his services with us. So massive shout out to Brendan Sheff for killing it for his current market. He's now opening up an additional market as well as digital marketing as a service. So huge morning, very successful. Also grabbed a couple of great meetings this morning.
Pretty good morning. I've got one for my client out in Virginia Beach, and then I have one for my client in Grand Rapids. So pretty exciting stuff.
Been ripping the phones here, building some new records. Got a proposal out yesterday for about 1,200 monthly recurrent. So it just went good, and I would call my shot in Kennesaw.
Nothing yet, but I had a lot of good, productive conversations, a couple lead weights, and that I'm going to follow up on later. But yeah, nothing yet. Just calling my shot in Edmonton.
Pretty decent start to the day. Jared just got a good reschedule, calling my shot for roofer and ATL. I think Logan's got a 2-piece over there. Dill's got one. So we're buzzing pretty well.
Good reschedule for my Las Vegas IT client, and so pipeline's looking healthy there. Need to get my Tempe, Arizona client back on the board, so that'll be good. And then might even go purple with my roofer. So any of it can happen. Let's do it.
I got 2 so far today. First one was for my IT client in Ohio, in Dayton. I'd called in, it was a no response record. Found a new contact. He picked up, agreed to a meeting pretty quickly. Didn't have any availability until closer to the end of April, but he did accept the invite, so should be going 70 users. They have a couple physical servers. The second one was for my roofer down in Texas. It was with a behavioral health facility. they have some issues going on. Didn't get too far into the details, but we're going out there next Wednesday. 70,000 square feet.
Got 2 today. First one is with our roofer in Atlanta. It's with a general manager of a manufacturing plant. It's around 150,000 square feet, metal roof, bunch of trouble spots, bunch of issues, so that they're looking at getting a bunch of the repairs done and then potentially look at a replacement coming up. So that's something where we can start with the repair bids and then move our way up. Really good conversation with the guys, so it should be a really good meeting. And then got another one for roofer in Dallas. Another situation where it's general manager said they have active issues. Set a time with me pretty quick on the phone. So another really good opportunity. And then got a signed contract for the roofer in San Francisco. One part of it was a replacement on one property, which was just over 100K, and then another property that was for 4,800 repair.
Not a bad day so far. I got a pretty good one for our CPA client actually out in Texas. I spoke with the controller of an engineering company. Their HQ is based in Orlando, but they have offices spread across the U.S. She was really interested in about the middle layer of bookkeeping, see if we can meet with them once a month, kind of go over their financial statements and make sure everything's lined up and right. So got that meeting set up for next Wednesday at 10:30. We also got a pretty big day yesterday from home as well. So a couple appointments on the board this morning. Super excited to see what else we can do.
I was able to get one yesterday for our IT client over down in San Antonio. It was with a school. It was roughly 1,100 users. Currently contracts coming up. I'm looking to switch away, so perfect situation for them to be in the buying process. But yeah, just going to call my shot for what's called FBC roofing in the afternoon.
I got 2 good appointments yesterday. One was a 200,000 square foot re-roof and repair, and then another one is a 40,000 square foot re-roof. So both those were good for my Michigan roofer and my roofer in Wichita.
Got an appointment for my IT client, and it's a 600 user construction company. So that's pretty exciting. And then I also just got 3 locations. I think it's a nonprofit organization that's taking bids right now for a cleaning company, and that's for my cleaning client in St. Louis.
I got some good conversation this morning. Going to keep building and following that pipeline for LA, and hopefully get an appointment calling my shot for Soaring Towers this afternoon.
I'm off to a pretty good start. Had a couple good conversations this morning, as well as just copped a pretty decent appointment for my Davenport IT client. Spoke with the president of a number of group of companies. They are like a telecommunications group, and he said he'd actually really love to have this conversation right now. His principal consultant and IT providers kind of getting old, getting close to retirement, so thought a second opinion might be, make the most sense right now. So we're going to meet at the end of April when he's back from his projects traveling around. About 10 users or so, but at least 2 or 3 different companies. So it should be a really beneficial meeting.
Marge just was able to get one before intermission, so happy to see that. Going to be doing a lot of research on my side this afternoon. Going to be trying to call my shot here in New Hampshire, also maybe in Sarasota. Columbus too, why not? We'll throw it out there. But yeah, I'll let Marge tell you about her appointment, and then let these 2 call the shots.
I just got one for my roofer in Kansas City. It was off and inbound. She was recommended to us. They have multiple units in a storage unit / business strip office that are leaking. They've had somebody come out try to fix it, and it's still leaking, so we're going to be out there Monday.
Calling my shot for our roofing partner in Montana today.
Going to lock in on my Oxnard client this afternoon. Got a pretty good feeling we're going to get one for them, so I think we're going to get on the board.
I got one for my client in Denver. Smaller opportunity, but it should be a good one. I spoke with the president. They were looking for help for their with compliance, so I set that for actually an in-person meeting for next week on Thursday.
Got 2 appointments this morning, both of them for my new Dallas HVAC client. It's a pretty good first month. We have 8 so far. The first one was an assisted living facility. It was about 60,000 square foot. They have some repairs that they were looking to get completed, so we're out there next week to provide them a quote for that. The second one I just got was with a hotel. I spoke to the chief engineer, about 90,000 square foot. We're headed out there next Wednesday to make an introduction with them.
Nothing on the board yet, but I'm feeling, something in the afternoon. I'm going to call my shot on Portland.
I'll go ahead and call my shot for Anaheim this afternoon.
I'm going to call my shot. I need one for Network Remedy. He just had a great meeting yesterday, but I need some more appointments.
requirements for them. So I'm going to call for Network Remedy out in the Bay.
I'll go ahead and call my shot for my IT client out in Madison.
Matt got us rolling this morning with an Ohio roof. Matt, care to share?
I got one from my client in Ohio. It's a 130,000 square foot manufacturer looking at re-roofing 2 sections. We're going to be going out in April.
Yeah, I set an appointment for my HVAC client in Indianapolis. It's with Aerodynamics. I don't know, build astronauts or something. They have 4 locations, over 100 units, around 60,000 square feet. They have 1 contractor, but they're looking to really start bidding everything out, so we're going to be the first one in there.
And then I got one for my IT client in Bowling Green. It's with the CFO of a local medical organization, 32 users, 2 locations, switched IT a year ago, not overly thrilled, so should be a pretty decent one.
Orlando Roofer.
Roofer in Minneapolis.
It's with an assisted living apartment community. There's about 39 units. Haven't mapped the square footage yet, but they did some repairs about 6 years ago. They were really excited about having a local resource because their corporate office is out of Dallas, so they were excited to have somebody that's a lot closer than that. So it should be a really good meeting.
I got another appointment today. This was my 3rd one for my Dallas HVAC client. I spoke to the chief engineer at a hotel. They currently have a project going on to replace 3 units, and they've already received 2 bids. So we're headed out there next Tuesday to provide them a 3rd bid, and hopefully that goes well and we can close some deals.
Just scheduled a good one with a medical center on a inbound from a IT director. They're currently evaluating vendors to partner with for specifically cybersecurity and network monitoring. But yeah, I'm gonna get my guys set up with that on a Teams call, and it should be a great conversation.
I had 2 appointments today for my client out in Omaha. Spoke with a building superintendent of a church. One of their sections is a little older. They're looking at replacing it. We're going to go out mid next month to meet with them. Spoke with a facility director of a church. Currently one of their older sections has some issues, so we're going to be going out mid next month to meet with them.